Is there a doctor in the house? Yeah.
Deep in the heart of Chicago, she's on the radio, yeah. She is the one and only Dr. D. Dr. D. Dr.
Hey there, hey everybody. Is there a doctor in the house? Why, yes, there is. I am she is me, and me is her. Me, she, her is in the building, and I am so ever grateful to be here. Yeah. I am here with my co-host, Will. Will, how you doing?
You know, pretty decent today. Had a little run-in with some crazy nutcase about a job today, but it got squashed. But, you know.
It's always a nutcase somewhere.
It's always a nut job. And they want to be in your business.
In your business.
Yeah.
But the key word to that was your and then business.
Right.
It was yours. So
besides that, pretty good day. We
did
a little
today?
shopping. Yeah, I did. And we got off a little early today too. Like,
okay.
Ooh, yeah.
I wish I could have got off early, but early for me.
I
didn't even have a chance to go home and change.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm in work here right now.
You good though?
I look okay today. I'm all right.
Yeah, you got different pearls though. It's
I don't have on pearls at all. You know, so
that could be considered a little pearl right there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking a little dapper today. What's happening? You know, you're getting geared up for Father's Day that's coming up this weekend. By the way, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers.
I'm the pappy day.
Use the pappy.
I'm the pappy.
Happy pappy day, as he says. So what you got for us today? I mean, what we got going on here? I'm ready to dive into it.
You know, we're gonna get right into it. You know, we had a couple guests coming on today, close personal friends of mine, bros I've known for 3 decades or more, something like that. I mean, I'm in the 40s, but I'm just saying.
Are they as successful as you are?
You know, they do their own thing in their own right.
In their own
way. I love my bros, and today we gonna do the continuation from 2 weeks ago.
Continuation of what?
Right. Man talk.
Man talk on Polos and Pearls. See, and that's why I like it. He's a Polo, I'm the Pearl, so we got to make it. We win it out.
We got to make it happen.
We're going to make it happen. So what are you going to do for this Father's Day? What do you have planned? I mean, you're a father.
I don't know yet. Probably a couple things planned out. I don't know yet. Just let it play by ear and shit. Excuse me. I had to edit that out. It was supposed to be sugar. There we go. So I don't know what sugar going on, excuse me today. And I'll just let it play by ear.
Lord.
And it just is what it is.
Don't flag me, y'all.
That's all right. No, there's certain curse words you get flagged. That ain't one of them. That's
can we not drop those bombs
Of
anymore?
course not. Of course not. You just threw me off guard.
I'm trying to teach him y'all.
Threw me off guard. That's well. Yeah.
No, this ain't the good one. This is the I got to go to work here today.
Oh,
we didn't have. I'm going to be on TV here at the time.
Oh, that's okay.
We didn't.
It's still good. It's still good. You got to just bounce it.
It's always going to be bouncing and behaving. Look, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I think you're doing an amazing job. You're setting a standard. You're setting an example for your son to do what it is that he needs to do. You're showing him what manhood is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good because you don't settle for anything less than perfect. If perfect is such a thing,
That's the
so I'm proud of you for that. That's cool beans. So
thank
happy
you.
Pappy Day, as you said.
Happy Pappy Day.
Happy Pappy Day. So your guest hasn't arrived yet, but
text him real quick. I did.
You're gonna text him real quick. Oh,
yeah. Well, we said
and the texting is going on. He's texting you all to see where his guests are. However, I'm gonna go ahead and I said I wasn't gonna do the announcements, but I just can't get it out of my system to not do the announcement. I got to have my announcement done. You guys know that I am an advocate for our vets, our military, so for Volunteers of America. The VOA is a structure set for our veterans, if you will. So Volunteers of America, 47 West Polk Street, Suite 250, Chicago, Illinois, 60605. Cheryl Fowler, one of my greatest friends,
Miss Fowler.
Cheryl Fowler is a U.S. Army veteran herself. And because of that, she is, hey sis.
Hey, Shamika, how you doing?
DJ Shamika.
In the house.
Okay, so she is a U.S. vet. She's a U.S. Army vet. She is a support specialist and client support service coordinator for the Volunteers of America. If you need some assistance and you want to get in contact with her, you can contact Cheryl Fowler at area code 312-564-2445. Again, that's Cheryl Fowler at area code 312-564-2445, or you can get in touch with her via email at cfowler@voail.org. That's cfowler@voail.org. That's Cheryl Fowler, y'all. She is that client support service coordinator, support specialist at the Volunteers of America. Y'all go ahead on and give her a call. Give her a call. You know, people don't want to call me until I go live. Now, if I answer this phone and I go live and that person is on it, he gonna be on here and he gonna be mad. So, brother, I am live. Stop calling my phone. Stop it.
He know. You gotta get in the special.
Okay, so let's get back to the show.
Let's get back. We here.
You got some interesting.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
interesting topics for tonight. Sometimes, you know, I'm getting old, y'all. Don't.
It's only as old as you feel.
Interesting.
You're only as old as you feel.
Well, right now.
Yeah. How you feel? Okay, we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna, you know.
I'm not 100% today, and don't make me tell you because I don't want to cry.
Oh, okay. We gonna get to that then. Right now, we got my bro Brian. He's on there. We can't see you, bro. You gotta turn the camera on. Where you at, bro? He has chimed in.
Brian is here.
Yeah, he's right there on the.
Oh, okay.
I'm just pointing at the screen.
Hello, everyone. Shamika, hello. Latrice Dixon, hey.
Hello, Latrice. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Y'all listen to our owner here at WVTC, Reverend Franklin Morris. Happy Father's Day, Reverend Morris, and to all of the WVTC family who are fathers. We want to thank you so much for paving the way for all of the younger fathers who are out there. Thank you so much, and happy Father's Day to my dad, Carl Donaldson. Happy Father's Day.
That's right.
To my bishop. Happy Father's Day. You know, just happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the world. Happy Father's Day. You know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fathers.
That's right.
So I want to thank the fathers. I want to appreciate my fathers. You were missed, and welcome back to W. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. I've been back for a minute though, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
And to the fathers out there, get your kids.
Get them.
Get your kids. Get them in line. Show them how to walk the walk. Be a man. They can't be living at home forever.
Is that what you did for your son? You showed him?
Yeah, you know, he still got his training wheels on, but we're gonna pull them off.
Wheels?
Yeah, we're gonna pull one off and then pull the other one off. And when he about 19, 20, he's gonna just ride on his own.
He can ride on his own. Okay,
That's
and that's
right.
what I'm talking about.
That's
You know,
right.
do
That's right.
what you do and do it well. That's what I try to teach my son, even though I'm not a man. You know, I did the best that I could with him. I'm not proclaiming to be nobody's daddy because I'm not that. I'm not that. So with that being said, you know, I want to, you know, thank you all, the men who are men and raising these boys to be men. I want to thank you, you know, because I don't know what it's like to do that. So what's some of the stuff you got going on? What's with the topic?
Oh, just man. Oh, now hold on. We almost forgot me. It is Juneteenth tomorrow. Just have to throw that in there.
It is Juneteenth tomorrow.
You know, happy Juneteenth to all our people.
All
African people, American people, Caribbean people. Some
Caribbean.
Europeans. Yeah. There's some Afros down there too.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and happy this Juneteenth.
So do you have that day off?
I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, I do.
Sorry, I was sick. I hope you feel better. I'm hoping everything is well with you. God bless.
Yeah. Get well soon, please, Latrice. Get well soon.
Okay, let's
so
get
let's
started.
go ahead and just get right on into it. Here we go. We're gonna start off hot. I like starting off hot. You know, get my little. I had this a couple weeks ago. I forgot to write it down, but that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get right into our man talk discussion going on live right here. We had a couple questions last week, just touch on them a little bit. You know, your role as, you know, being a man and you know, your old school versus new school, things like that. So we're just gonna chime in with that today. And then we're gonna go into some new questions. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's driving.
Brian is driving. He's willing and dealing too. Look at
are you in Sonic, bro? Look like you in Sonic. I think so. That's name is called Sonic.
Okay.
I can't hear you, bro.
Well,
you
I
was gonna say that's because the car is light blue. That's why we call it Sonic.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Of course.
Hi, Brian.
Looking quite dapper there, bro.
I'm a banker. I mean, what you thought, man? I was walking in there with a V-neck T-shirt on and some cargo shorts and some J's.
You know, it could have been.
It
could have been. You never know. You know, hey, it's one of them days, man.
Well, Brian, let me welcome you to Polos and Pearls with me, Dr. B, and this co-host over here, your boy.
Right here.
Will.
You know,
I just want to thank you for being a part of Polos and Pearls. And tonight we have a great show, and we just want you to relax and get in tune with everything because it's going to be a lot of fun.
And known this
awesome.
man
Well,
since.
I definitely appreciate the invitation.
Thank you for coming in, bro. Known this man since kindergarten, but you know, we'll get into that later. We got a whole show going on, but like I said, long time.
Yeah,
long time.
Long time. 1987?
Yeah, 87, 86, one of them, you know, just somewhere, whatever age you are in kindergarten, I forget, but it's
freshman in high school.
Oh, wow.
Sir, kindergarten. There is no Kenny in there. Kindergarten. Come on now.
I said kindergarten.
What was Sister Jean saying?
I said kindergarten.
You did say kindergarten at first.
Oh, you know what I mean.
He did though.
Oh, autocorrect.
See,
Kindergarten.
See, bro, you probably one of them library folks too, I bet.
Well,
little bit, you know. All right, bro. So let's say the topic of from 2 weeks ago, continue on to this week, is a topic about men, what it is to be a man, the definition of a man, your definition of a man, the roles of men, and so on and so on and so on. So I want to ask you, since we live, bro, what is your role? How do you what's your perception, your ideology of being a man at what you would 42? Yeah, 42, 41, whatever.
Business out there like that.
We bros. He know what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Tell you, family, man. I tell you, just telling all the business, sir. Telling all.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, so you were asking me what my definition of being a man is? Is that what you were getting at?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, the role of as a man. What is your perspective on that during your tenure of life and things that you've done and accomplished? What do you feel, from your point of view, how a man should coordinate himself?
I mean, I think the answer is going to be different for every man, depending on, you know, what your upbringing was and kind of where you stand. I mean, for me, brother, I've said this many times, but I mean, a man's job is to take action. You know, a man is patient, slow to anger, always analyzing. My role is certainly to protect, to provide as well, and a provision doesn't necessarily have to always be financial either. Certainly, our job to take into consideration our partner's views, but to lead and be able to make sound decisions. Seeking, God in the decision, living with the consequences.
A little lag going on, but I think I got the gist of it right there. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome to hear your perspective and the things that you've done. course, being formally married and things like that, that brings introspect to other men that either has not been married or wanting to get married or just in the ballpark of, and just get killer perspective, especially the young guys. So I definitely appreciate that, man. What do you think?
I think that's good, but I heard him say that you were married, Bryant, once before. So let me ask you, what in the male's perspective, what's too young to get married? How young is too young to get married?
Ooh, boy. I gotta say
That's loaded.
It's very loaded. I probably go with maybe late teens, early 20s. Now, I was in my early 20s when I got married, but I had a mature mindset too of what I wanted and didn't want.
Yeah.
So
you've always been very mature.
A little bit, yeah. I have my moments. But anyway, and bro, he was there. Where did bro go?
He gone. His reception was.
Oh my gosh! Come on back. But anywho, for me to be married that young, so I knew what I wanted, didn't want it. I wanted, everybody to work. Didn't want a housewife, and I told my wife at the time that I didn't want a housewife. So everybody got to work. Even the baby got to work. Put your toys up. You got to cry for some food. You got to do something. Everybody working. Ain't nobody sitting around.
Okay,
you got to do something. You got to crawl around or something. Dad, mama, something. Everybody got to work. And that was my mindset going into that. So once that started to lag, that's when issues and problems came in. But I think, just to answer your question, maybe early 20s, teens, maybe too young to get married.
Okay, so do you think at that age that being a young man that you really don't know what love is because you really haven't lived to know what love is? I mean, love is love to me.
Yeah, but love is subjective too.
It very much.
Yeah, I mean, y'all think to answer the question about the age, I think it depends on what's important to you. If starting a family is important to you, you need to start off a little bit sooner. If you know you want to have, say, 2 to 3 kids, you ideally should be starting maybe middle to late 20s. If children are not necessarily a focus, you got some time to grow and have some experiences, amass some wealth, and kind of go from there. But certainly you can't be 35 years old like, ooh, I want to have 3 kids. Financially, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Do you know how old you would be trying to go to a high school graduation, having children after 35 or 40? It's kind of ridiculous, but I know some people who've done so.
Yeah.
I don't want to be chasing nobody at that age. I'm just not, and I'm not a man, but I don't know.
Exactly.
No.
Let me ask you another question, bro, since we on the topic. I got another question out here. What is your thoughts about men that work versus men that does not work? And there's a lot of them out there that's not.
But you're a man.
Yeah, as a man, right. What's your perspective?
Brother, who doesn't work? What are we talking about? A man that doesn't work?
So it's men out there like us who do work. We work for ours. We do what we want. And then there's some men that's our age too, living with auntie, grandma, their girlfriend, or something. They ain't got their own place, or they ain't got their own money. And I just want to know how you feel about that, because I feel man should, like you said, be able to provide, do things, work, explore, experience things. And if you're not working to compensate your lifestyle, then bro, what are you doing with yourself?
I mean, I think we should all be think we should all be self-sufficient at a minimum. At a minimum, the both people in a relationship need to be self-sufficient. It's just that simple.
Oh, there you go.
What do you mean? No, I'm just saying. I think we all need to be self-sufficient.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna welcome my brother in Walter real quick. He's here. He's here with us live.
Appreciate you. How you doing now? What's going on?
All right. I know I gotta remind you, bro. There's no swearing. We can't. I already flubbed early, but no swearing on the show.
I don't want no flags on my show. I don't want no flags. No swearing. Don't drop any bombs.
That's right. Yeah.
Kind.
We gotta keep it clean on this. We're rated G to a degree. So since you just jumped in, well, let me ask you, man. We talked about with Brian here. We talked about a question we had about men working versus men that does not work, like working a job, 9 to 5, or entrepreneurship. What's your thoughts about that?
About working a job?
Yeah, because there's some guys out here that just bums. They just
I got
lazy.
no
They
choice.
milking off the
Shit,
girlfriends, man. What you think about
I
that?
don't got no choice. I got no choice. I work. I got man. To me, man, I've been working since I was a shorty. I can't. I like he ain't working right now or hustling or doing anything. It's like you just like slow or something. How you making that?
Thank
How am I
you.
gonna get money? I'm looking like shit. They just lazy, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a mental disorder. I think it's like mental or something like that. When I think something happened to him as a child or something that made him know, I don't know. But you gotta work every day. That's all I know, man. You gotta work.
I know, man. I
These
And
know.
dudes
Brian, you
down here,
think
I
the
be
same
wondering
way?
how do you wake up broke and go to sleep broke?
Mm.
No, man. I think
Yeah,
I think that
how do you
everybody. I
wake
think
up like
everybody in
that
a.
and just be cool, okay
Yeah.
with it?
Yeah.
I think at a minimum, everybody needs to be self sufficient. Now we
Self-sufficient.
whatever that looks like. You might be a W-2 employee, you might be self employed, but you got to be self
Have
sufficient
you
at a
get it?
minimum.
Have you? I don't care how you get it. I don't care how you get it.
Just get it.
Working, doing whatever. I'm like, shoot,
Look here.
just do something.
I
I ain't
know
knocking
these,
nobody hustle. I don't care. I don't care. You selling blue squares outside. You trying. I don't care.
hustle,
I'm
do
like, shoot,
something.
man,
I
help people
know
across
these
the
streets
street. I don't
forever.
care. Was something.
And I remember all y'all jobs. Walt and Brian. I remember all y'all jobs from back then.
Hey,
And
did
we
he go to school with
stayed
us?
working.
Hey, Will. Hey, Will. Did he go to
Yeah.
Gresham?
Well, so you
I
and
Did he
me,
go to
did.
you
Gresham?
you you and me never went to school together.
Huh?
No, he's talking to me.
Yeah. Did he go to school, dude, Brian?
I went to school with Will
Remember
in
we had Brian in
kindergarten.
our class too?
Nah, that was like kindergarten, but no,
I
he
was
went in
doing
that
in
class.
second grade.
Nah,
I'm second grade.
Wrong
I'm second
school, bro.
grade. All
Wrong
right, cool,
school.
cool, cool.
So, Walt, let me ask you
I
this
thought Gresham.
question. Well, let me ask you this question. I'm trying to bring you guys in. Do you think that you're being uh, uh, a role model to those that are under you, the youth, as to being a man out there in the field? You're working, you're processing life. Are you feel as if you're comfortable enough to be a role model for those under you?
Yeah. So I'm like, hey. I'm not in it to be like a role model, but if they want to look at it like that, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not in it for it. I'm in it because I need money. I'm like, so because
Okay.
like
You
with
may not be in it to be a role model, but
yeah,
if
but
someone was to look at you, would they be like, "Hey, I want to be like Walter"?
oh yeah. My kids like that. My kids friends. They say that.
Mhm.
My kids friends will not, man. They say it's not like that, and I feel it's crazy. I feel it's
Okay.
crazy.
And what about you, Brian? Do you think that when young men out here in the street look at you, they look at you like, "Hey, I want to be like him"? Are you that one to say, "Hey, I'm a role model. Yeah, follow me, follow in my footsteps"? Are you that one?
I'm naturally a role model. I don't have any children, but I've got. I mean, if we include Will's kids, I think I'm at about 12 nieces, nephews, goddaughters, godsons. So I don't have a choice but
That's
to be a
about
role
right.
model. And I show them how they need to conduct themselves by the way I show up for them.
Mm-hmm. Now you
You
said
know
something
what?
real profound there. How you show up for them.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. That
Me
is
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
They
yeah.
both
For me,
show up and show
I
out
mean, I
all
mean, I
the
mean,
time.
for all of my nieces, I mean, it's about I know it may be a little antiquated, but my niece is gonna always walk on the inside of the sidewalk. My niece don't touch any doors if we out and about. I'm gonna make sure I take care of the meal and I'm gonna tip and I'm gonna talk to her about respect. I'm gonna talk to my nephews about respect. So by default, they absolutely gonna know what the standard is based on how I treat and interact with them.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Walter, let me jump in real quick and holler at you. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Brian. What is your perspective? What is your role as being a man in everyday life?
Mm, providing, working. I'm like, handling my business, making sure I take care of my people.
Yeah.
That's it. Making sure my people is cool. My
I like
kids,
that.
I take care of my kids. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Hold on,
So do you
hey,
teach
but
your
this phone
kids
right
that when
here.
they
Hey,
get
people with the
older
phone.
and they become parents to take care of theirs as well? lead
I
by
hope.
example, right?
I hope my little man's gonna do. I
Okay.
hope they do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And that's
I
being
hope.
honest. That's what we talking about.
Man, I hope. You know what I mean? Because these kids nowadays, man, like I say, I hope.
Whew. Don't get me started. Don't give me the
My sister
line,
said
man.
yes,
I
Brian.
hope.
She's in agreement that you guys are dropping some good nuggets on this evening. Thanks, Shamika.
Thanks, Shamika. We see you out there.
And my sister's out
Hey,
there.
hey, I gotta let y'all go down. My phone battery low. So
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Walt, for joining in on Polos and Pearls. Do not be a
appreciate y'all.
stranger.
Thank y'all. Next
Yeah.
time, all right?
Appreciate you stopping in, bro.
All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right. We're
Will,
back to Brian
Will,
right
are
here.
So,
you?
Brian, let me ask you a question. What do you think that men can be or do more of to make this society be a little better for the younger generation coming up?
I mean, I'm not sure. I know everybody falls differently on the spectrum from a spiritual standpoint, but I mean, I think if we are the men that God calls us to be, we'll fall. Think everything will be all right.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think if I think about the type of man that God calls me to be, and things like being patient and doing what's right, a lot of the stuff that we dislike about the younger generation, I just don't think is an issue. We're
Mhm.
setting the right example for the children, so that way they know what they should be doing.
Yeah. 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 Definitely got to
Because there
represent for
be-
the
be-
kids.
because there because there's no way in the world that you could say you're a man of God and you own and you're not leading, you're not supporting, you don't have a job like that. It just sounds crazy. Don't get me wrong, things happen. I'm not saying
Yes.
people don't get laid off, but for a man to say, yeah, I've been unemployed for the last 24 to 36 months, it's like, come on, man, what? Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. 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 And
That's a
they,
long
they
time to
out
be
there.
unemployed. How are you
Yes.
living? I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
Right, and I
I
think
mean,
that's the important part. We all need to be self sufficient, the man and the woman. And I mean, I hear this provider talk all the time, and I'm not gonna get into that, but I think we should all be at a minimum self sufficient. You can
mm-hmm.
handle yours, your partner can handle theirs, and then you come together and you make something beautiful. But we all need to be at a minimum self sufficient.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. To be like that long of unemployment, that's like you ain't even trying. You just gave up on life. Like
Yep.
too much.
Excuse
Yeah. Come on, man.
bless
You
you.
right. You laugh, man. You blowing your nose and everything.
me.
He blowing his sneezing. He got
I
to
know what he doing. I
sneeze,
know what he
man.
doing.
Bless you twice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate
got
it.
another question for you, bro. We talk about old school versus the new school men. Now I know how I am and how you are. You very old school in a lot of not all the ways, but mostly ways how you conduct yourself. The opposite
That's because
sex
I'm
and things
old,
like that
man. What
with
are you
you.
talking about?
I mean, yeah, you kind of,
You guys are not old.
yeah, he getting there though, but it's okay. I'm big brother. He older than me, but it's okay. It happens like that.
What,
But
Oh,
sir? Why are you lying on these people's internet?
he
Why are you lying on these people's
tried
internet?
it. Oh my God.
Hey, YouTube, do something about this. Google,
Please
like,
don't flag my show.
yeah,
Don't.
it's
yeah,
yeah,
fact check this nonsense,
Hey,
man.
if we getting flagged, we might be doing something right. Who knows? But
Oh no, if you get flagged, it's not good.
I know I'm joking. I'm joking.
But
But
we'll
yeah,
go
but
ahead
for
with your
me,
question.
let me see. Like being a man in today's time, old school values versus some of the new school ways. What's your point on that? For me, I'm a little bit in the middle. So like you said earlier
I mean,
about courting a lady and
I, I, I,
opening.
I would say one thing. I think our fathers and grandfathers, the standard was you go and make the money, and you weren't necessarily responsible for child care or some of the domestic duties, things like that. So I think we as men nowadays, we need to provide, but we certainly have to make sure that we helping our partner. We need to be present with the kids. We need to help with homework. We need to
Mhm.
be able to help with a guitar lesson, but we need to be present with the children. And we also need to help out with some of the domestic stuff. So we need to make sure that our our partner, we need to make sure we help in the helpmate, I think. So that maybe is one of the areas where old school maybe is one way, the new school it's more collaborative. So certainly want to make sure, that we are in fact collaborating. Try to think of another example of maybe where some of the old school ways of thinking were a little bit outdated. Um, but unfortunately,
Yeah,
nothing is
they
coming
can
about.
be. They can be. I think some of them still hold up today. Some things are outdated. For example, you want the woman in the house barefoot and pregnant all day. Like, yeah, you just work and work until you fall out in the field. Like, yeah, that some of the old school, yeah, that is definitely outdated thinking, and what we can do to change some of that. And some of the new school stuff, I feel maybe I don't know. I feel like with some of the new school stuff, not every situation, but I feel like sometimes the roles can get reversed, and the men are not leading, the women are leading and wearing the pants and doing the things that the man should be doing. The man's like, all right, she let me do it, all right, and it's like, bro, where are you?
I,
Where's your leadership? Where's the
I
qualities in
mean,
that?
Will, I think that leadership is not necessarily always financial. And you can be in a situation where the woman makes more than the man, because let's just face it,
Agreed.
women, especially black women, have more degrees than ever before. So it's not unlikely that your wife can make more money than you, and that's fine. But
Yeah, I agree.
you as the man, you still have to, I think you still have to make sure that you being a good financial steward with the money. You have to be able, your partner has to allow you to lead, and you have to be able to
That's
see
the key.
see God,
Right.
and you got to be able to see God and be able to say, "Hey, honey, look, this is the decision. We've talked about it. I've heard your opinion. This is what I think is correct. This is why I think is correct." And then I think it's the woman's job to allow you. I think one of the things that's missing a little bit nowadays is, ladies, you sometimes got to let that man fall on his face a little bit. He's got to exercise that leadership
Mhm.
muscle. And I think that's one of the things that me and my late wife, like, we were able to figure out l- later on in the marriage, where it was just like, hey, I gotta sometimes you gotta be able to fall on your face.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
I
you
agree
want
with
to make
that.
sure I think you got to make sure you're making smart decisions. It can't just be something willy nilly. But if you and your partner have talked about it, you've had thoughtful discussions about it, sought wise counsel, and you say, "Hey, honey, I think this is what's best for our family." If it don't work out, then I mean, shit, shoot, you may have to pivot. But you ultimately have to pivot. But I do think that leadership is not necessarily always financial. And I think that's where we've had some role reversals, especially over the last 10 years. And I think it also takes a man of faith to be able to say, okay, I realize that you may be making more of the money than I am, but you just got to make sure you had those conversations. So I think it's going to require some work on the ladies' parts. And it's going to require some work on the men's part as well. But Will, me, you have had conversations about that one friend of mine that put me on game some years ago, when he had mentioned, he was like, hey, once a year, him and his wife do a 3-pack in therapy, so that way they don't drift too far apart.
Mhm.
They stay they're staying in lockstep.
Let me
I
ask a
mean,
question. Do you think that the women are coddling the men too much, which is really allowing them to be poo butts,
Mm.
if you will?
do I think that women are coddling men too much? I don't. I don't think so.
Okay.
Or not the men, maybe their sons, and there's a lot of that going on both ends.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, women calling the men, the dads coddling the daughters, things like that, and the fear they encapsulate their fears on their children, and then
Doc,
they over shelter them.
give me an example of what you mean by when you if you think women are
Women,
coddling. Yeah.
you're doing everything. You're not allowing the man to step up and do anything. Oh, I got it. I gotta go get some. I gotta go grocery shopping. I'll drive you, honey. No, I got it. I got it. You go ahead on. You sit home. women are forcing the men to stay at home and they do whatever it is that they're supposed to do. Now, I'm not that. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I was married 27 years before the Lord took my husband home. But you know, you're gonna go get the oil change. You're gonna go put the gas in the car. You're gonna go get the stick. I still gotta go get my stickers. Will, you supposed to be helping me. Help your friend, man. But anyway,
I mean,
off air, off
I
air.
mean, Doc, Doc, I remember when my wife was still here before she passed away of cancer. On a Saturday, like I get up in the morning, go fill up a gas tank, and go get us like Starbucks. So I think to your point about if you as the woman you're being the helpmate, and I'm not about to quote any scriptures right now because I don't know chapter or verse and that thing, but it's okay to be a helpmate. But I think as the man, you have to be able to say, no, honey, I got it, and then just being consistent around whatever those items might be.
Mhm.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong now. I love a woman that'll speak life into me. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. If you can find a woman
Yeah,
that will pray
we
for
need more
you
of
and speak
those.
and speak life into you. Like
We need
ladies,
more of those.
you be surprised. You speak life into a man and he will move the mountain on your behalf. Because I really do think, me and Will have laughed about this on many occasions. Like the
Yeah.
reason why we work so hard most of the time is for the admiration of women. Like we're doing all that work to be able to impress a young lady in most cases.
I don't remember that part, but go ahead, bro.
But I'm just saying, don't get
You
me
know,
wrong. I like, hey, brother, I work hard, man. But I'm not gonna sit up here in front and say, some of it wouldn't be to maybe attract a young lady. Like it's just what it is.
Okay. Well, speaking on young ladies, though, I want to get into topics about
I
married
sound so
life.
old saying that too, but moving on.
Yeah. Getting the topic about being a married man. Both of I have experienced that, and it is the high points and the low points and the trials and things like that, and things that you sacrifice in that marriage, whether it works out or not. You know my story, bro. I've been through two of them, so you know it on all fronts. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So
you've been married twice.
I've been married twice. Yes, I have. So
Wow, don't do it no more.
yeah, it might be working. It might happen. We just go see. We'll put it out there.
I
But
hope it does. I really do. You all out there, I really do
but
hope you find
just us
the
being
one.
both true that. But both of us being married men, and we can talk about topics of what it is to be married. And some men have either don't desire it or still looking for that one. And in points and times in our lives, we found that one at the time. And we probably just elaborate on what you've been through and your topic on being a husband.
But how do you know when she is the one?
Yeah.
You know, Doc. I mean, I'll share. Um, I knew, and it's gonna sound funny. I knew relatively quickly that I wanted to marry my wife. I remember thinking like, "Ooh, I could see her. I could see her with a little garden and me with a golf game at 80 years old." And I had never thought that much into the future about another woman, and that was kind of striking me. And I was like, "Man, this is different." But a lot of times, I think we as men we know that woman will sometimes awaken something in you, or it's something about their relationship that feels different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think at that point it's a matter of you feel that way, and then you're just like, okay, I'm gonna give her a little bit of rope and see if things continue to go well. And then at that point, you've given her some rope, and she continues to be amazing. And you're like, all right, I think I need to lock this one down. But with my wife, I knew relatively quickly. I was just like, this woman's amazing.
Hmm.
How
Yeah.
long did it take you to propose to her? You knew she was the one. So how long did it take?
I would say that was we started dating in say April of 15. I knew by
Hey,
I knew by early 2016 that I could see myself marrying her. It really was just at that point about, all right, let me check off a couple of these boxes. Let me see how she does with this, how she does with that. And she just kept hitting home runs. I mean, Will, I don't remember you and me had talked about this, but I remember she had gotten me a Call of Duty game in 2015 for my birthday.
yeah.
And knew enough to tell the associate at GameStop to add it to my profile. And I remember calling, I forget who. I was like, wait, what? She got me Call of Duty, and she knew to tell the guy to add it to my pro points. And I mean, and I
Like, I
think Doc,
love
what
you.
yeah, Doc, one thing I will say to women, one of the most amazing things a woman can do for a man is to learn him and be able to anticipate his needs.
Yep.
And I mean,
One
that right there is just
100%.
that right
Mhm.
there is just an example. I remember one of the other things that she did for me. One of my little sisters was graduating, I believe it was maybe from high school. And I was living in Atlanta at the time, and I was gonna drive up to Virginia. And I remember
Mm.
Yep. Where you go? Where you go, bro?
His reception is bad.
Yeah, yeah. He gonna come back in. He gonna bring him back in. Mm. Well, till we get
That's something.
Brian
So
back.
you knew your wife was your wife when, especially the first
Oh,
one, you just thought that that was going to be it and that was all.
you know, I gotta keep it 100. Now, my first wife wasn't really planning on getting married. Things happen.
Okay.
Baby on the way. Just give you the nutshell version. We got married. Now everything was fine before that, but you go through that little breakup period, and boom, now she's pregnant. So now fast forward, we have the marriage and everything. I knew her, she knew me, and we stuck it out for those remainder of those years. But in the interim of, I did say beforehand I didn't want a housewife, and she did work and things like that. And then she took care of home, which was good, and our baby, and so on and so on. So, as to Brian's point, to have your mate to
wait, which wife we
know
talking
you
about?
in and out, huh?
Which wife we talking about now?
Talking about Nikki.
Okay.
Trying
You
to.
didn't have to drop her name though.
Oh, that's all right. Just yeah. She passed away. That's all right. She can't hear.
That's not.
It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's okay. She'll be all
no,
right. But
no.
anywho's it's for her to, we knew each other and
Do
we
not
went through a
ever
lot.
rebroadcast this, ever.
Wait,
We
what
got some good
happened?
stuff going on. No, don't
Wait,
worry about bro.
why are we not rebroadcasting this?
Nah, this this me just riding the fence. I am.
Will, are you over here? Do we need to call what's the officer's name from South Park?
The Brady, I think, or
Officer
Bradley, something like
Barbrady? Are you
that. Bar
we
Brady,
calling
there we go.
yeah, are we calling shenanigans right now?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Are you,
But anywho,
are you acting your shoe size and not your age?
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We're gonna keep it going. But
Right.
anywho, it's
But I
this
think let,
but more so
let,
just huh?
let me just share this example right quick.
Thank you.
So I remember I was gonna drive to Virginia for my sister's graduation, and my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time. I remember she bought a cake, handed me a graduation card. Turns out there was already some money in that birthday card. So she had bought the cake and gotten the card and put some money in there without me because she knew I was busy. Like I was preparing for the trip. So that's one of those things where she knew what needed to get done, was able to anticipate and just got it done. So I mean, I do think that's one of the things that men, a good man would appreciate. You being able to, you being able to anticipate his needs and then being able to be actionable in those things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, certainly
Yes, indeed.
that means he needs to be putting in the requisite amount of effort too. I'm not saying ladies go out there and just be doing all the things.
Yeah, it's a partnership. It's a partnership between both parties that's compatible with each other and putting the best foot forward each and every time. But well, your situation was different from mine. I got divorced, yours and cancer, whatnot. But oh man,
Brian, would you get married again?
Sure, I would consider
Or
it,
do you
certainly.
think you found that one special person and that's it?
No, I don't know that there is. We probably have. Uh, this is obviously not a plug for Bronx Tale, but I think you probably have multiple soulmates on this earth that you could be very compatible with. So I wouldn't because I think we're meant to be. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I appreciate my space, but I think that we are meant to be in community with one another.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be opposed to getting remarried. Not right now, but not opposed to the idea.
right, not too in the
Okay.
distant future either.
Well, listen, we've had a great show, guys. Our time has wound up. We only have 4 minutes left. Brian, in closing, being a man, tell us, what would you tell the young man that's coming up and about? What would you tell him? How will he poise himself to be the man that he needs to be, or should be, or could be in today's society?
I would say make sure you are in the gym taking care of yourself. Make sure you are praying. Make sure you find a mentor. That's probably the main thing. Find a mentor or two,
Mhm.
so that way they can kind of teach you in the way you should go. Because a good mentor will help you kind of navigate some of those potholes,
That's
so
good.
that
That's
you
good.
you can be efficient. That's
That's
what I would
good.
tell 20-year-old me or a niece or a nephew that was 17, 18. Find you a mentor.
And what about you?
Mm. I would tell that young person, um, figure out what you're good at in life. Once you do that, it's like a domino effect. Everything will fall into place from um, how diligent you are, working, your relationships, um, setting your 5 year plan goals, encapsulate that, do that, stay focused. It's okay to have fun and party a little bit, but don't get too distracted. Always keep your eye on the ball. That's what I would tell that young person.
Mhm.
And then eventually you'll find your footing in life and everything is good. Bro also mentioned being a mentor. That's also great. And I would say too, if you can find a financial advisor, because a lot of us out here don't really know how to manage or appreciate money and assets that come along with that. So that's very important, not just for yourself, but the generations after you, your kids, your grandkids, and so on. That's what I would say.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Listen, everybody, to everybody out there in Facebook land, TikTok land, Instagram land, YouTube land, wherever you are, I just want to thank you. My co-host has done an amazing job. Yay! I'm so happy for you.
That's right.
And I think there's a part 3. Is there a part 3?
We can definitely part 3 this.
We have one more week to go. So yes, there will definitely be a part 3, and I'm gonna let him handle it. He's gonna do his thing. Brian, do not be a stranger to Polos and Pearls. I absolutely adored you being here today. I enjoyed you being here today.
Yeah.
So do not be a stranger to
Don't
Polos
be a
and
stranger,
Pearls.
bro. One of my first guests, bro. We get back to kindergarten. This is a really.
You were his
I
first
very
guest.
appreciate this, man. It's like right here. Don't get too crazy with it, but I just appreciate
I'll
you.
be sending you an
putting
invoice,
time.
sir. I'll be sending you an invoice.
The
Wow.
invoice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we about to cut you off now and end the show. Yeah. How about that?
I'll get them for you, Brian. Listening to everybody out there in Facebook land and WVTC land, I just want to thank you, sister, for loving this. I love you right back. Thank you so much for joining in on Polos and Pearls. And until this time next week, know that you have just been doctored. Have a good week.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WBTC Allsip Chicago.
An iNetworks communications station.